Hey folks, welcome to Fashion M60 Textiles. I'm excited that you're here, that you're on this journey to learn about textiles from the starting level. That's what we're going to say. It really is a starting level. We're starting from the fiber, from the very fiber piece. So I'm excited that you're here in this class. I wish we were face-to-face. This is a very tactile class. We're going to be touching a lot of stuff. I'm going to have you touching a lot of stuff in the textbook, which I'm going to show you in just a second. But it is what it is. We're going to plow through, okay? All right, so this video is just an overview of what you can expect every week from this class. Easy peasy. I set it up the exact same every week, okay? A couple of exceptions on the assignments, but every week you will start with a video like this with me here in my home office or someplace else in my house, or sometimes my office on campus, or sometimes the classroom with different hair and different glasses. Because my glasses are like an accessory. So I'll be someplace just giving you an introduction of what we're going to talk about the week. Either the concepts or the fiber that we'll be talking about that week. Okay, so introductory video. Then you're going to move on to the assigned reading. And for this class, we are using two textbooks. They go together. We are using Fabric for Fashion, the complete guide. So this is actually the reading material part of it. So you actually will, there's some assigned reading. You have to go in here and dive in and read this material. And then the companion to this book is Fashion for Fabric. The swatch book, I may refer to this as a swatch kit, same thing. And the swatch book is, I think there's like 150 fabric samples in there. There is some reading material in there too. Some fiber samples in here. Some yarn samples. Let me get to that page. Some yarn samples as well. Okay. So these are the two books that. Let's see. There we go. These are the two books that we'll be using this semester. Now, it's very important that you get these two books. The swatch book, I'm going to say absolutely do not buy this book used, because somebody may have snatched a swatch out of it. I'm sorry, I have some additional swatches in here, so your book won't come. I'm sorry, your book won't come with this piece in here. So let me pull that out. So it's very important that you have all the swatches in the book, because you never know that all those swatches are white, so you can't really see them. You never know what I'm going to ask for you to pull out and touch, and it may be part of a assignment or activity. So I'm going to say do not buy that book used. Now, this book, Fabric for Fashion, you can buy a used version of this book, but please buy the second edition of this book, and actually the second edition of this book as well. I hate to say it, I have the older versions back there. There's different color pinks back there, but these are the ones that you really need. If you get the other version, there are some samples that are missing, and the page numbers are different. So it will just be a little bit more challenging for you to find those swatches. But the book is kind of the same inside, so that's not as bad. Okay, you can purchase the book through the bookstore or through Amazon. They're about the same price, but I'm gonna say use the bookstore because you probably have some money in the bookstore. Okay, so you're gonna have a reading assignment, so introductory video, reading assignment. Then there's a lecture. The lecture is a combination of videos I've created, other things I've sourced online, so some videos that I didn't create, and then some other reading material. Okay. After that, you have the discussion board. There is a sustainability thread in the discussion board that kind of go throughout the semester. I believe in sustainability. I think as a fashion professional, you should too. So the discussion boards kind of have a sustainability thread with the majority of them. And then you'll have a recap video on the other side, okay? Also, depending on the week, you may have a quiz. Textiles is a highly technical class. There's a lot of terms that you need to know in terms of characteristics and properties. There's actually a lot of science in it when we get down to the fiber level of some of our textiles. So in this class, you have a handful of quizzes and a midterm, a final, and you have a final project. So in a highly technical class, I need to know that you know the terms too, okay? All right, so each week, each module, you will have the regular things you have to do, and then some weeks you will have a quiz, some weeks you have a midterm, or you may have a textile evaluation activity, okay? Again, if we were in class, we would be doing these tactile things together. Since we're not at home, I need to make sure that you're doing the tactile things and you have a good understanding of all of the components and characteristics of a fabric, okay? All right, so every week, same scenario, intro, reading, lecture, discussion, whatever other thing I've given you, so quiz or maybe textile activity, and then recap on the other side. And we will finish this class out by doing a small project called the Designer Remix, where you would take your favorite designer and textiles from our swatch book and remix a collection for them, okay? But we got a while to get to that, okay? So for now, finish working your way through the orientation module, get all the other assignments done. You have a couple of quizzes, and update your Canvas profile if you haven't already. And I'll see you on the other side. All right, folks, see ya.